Well, all right, collectors, today on the channel, we're going to take a look at Agent Venom from the Spider-Man Retro Collection. Recently released, recently much hullabalooed over. I think there's some things that are great about this figure, and then there's some things that are not so great about this figure. We're going to get into them real quick. First off, the packaging looks fantastic. As always, the retro look just looks fantastic to me. It always has. You know, I like the packaging. I like the look. I like the look of the figure here. It looks great. Here, let's turn it on the back. And of course, those are the Kane is with this, the Chameleon Spider-Boy. Looks great. There's a little synopsis of Flash there, Agent Venom. There he is. Looks good. We're going to talk about some of the things that are great, some of the things that are not so great. But as you can see right here in the packaging, you clearly see he's got two trigger hands. He's got two like claw hands, and he's got two fists. All right. And then he's got these weapons. Anyways, my first gripe is that. But here's the UPC in case you guys are still looking for this guy. All right. Good thing I have an Agent Venom standing right here. And for this, I'm just going to come down a little bit here. I'm just going to bring it down a tiny bit so you guys can get a little closer look at it. One of the things that I really like about Agent Venom is this stance. You see this stance? This is how you shoot a weapon. You don't shoot it from the hip. There's no training ground where you just shoot it like this or by the hip or down here like Rambo. You can't get an accurate shot that way. So this is how you shoot a weapon. The fact that he can get into this stance, because he is, after all, shooting weapons at this point, right? He's Agent Venom, right? I like that he can get in this really good soldier type stance, right? That's really great. That's one of the best things that I like about it. Whenever an action figure can give me this, and it's a military style type action figure, love it. So I love that about it. I don't love this idiotic gun. How many times have we gotten this thing? I don't know what the heck it is. It's some kind of blast, pulse, moronic. It's just an idiot gun. And then what else do we have? Here, let me show you the other idiot gun that comes with it. I mean, they're just dumb. I don't know. I mean, yes, these are toys, but these toys, when was the last time that you saw a parent buy a $30 action figure? Because ultimately, with taxes and everything, it's like 30 bucks. By this, I mean, the majority of the market's already. So just listen a little better, Hasbro. Stop with those weapons. They're stupid. And this thing, what weapon is this? Anybody can tell me? Is it the XM849 Split Omega Proton Enhancer? I don't know what that dumb thing is. Anyways, so here he is as a figure. So first off, I hate those weapons. If you haven't noticed. Just looking at him, he doesn't look bad. Mine didn't come, well, couldn't tell really if there was any. I mean, there's a little bit of sloppiness here, but it doesn't really bother me all that much. You know, I like the color in it. I like the way it's sculpted in there. I like all the different little pointy rivets here. It would have been nice. It would have been nice if they had the tone of the armor the same all the way across, but as it is, they have little, so this one's glossy, this one's flat. It's just interesting that they did that. I don't mind it very much, but it is what it is. The way he looks, his face there, it looks actually really good. And they have a little bit of wash, I think, there. It looks like maybe my eyes are deceiving me. The other thing is that this would make a great generic head for whatever soldier you're using for. They just did a great job with it. The body seems fine to me, except for, the way Venom is, he's a little bit more intimidating, right? A little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier. So I would have appreciated a bigger, chunkier body. But we didn't get that. But just looking at him, because he's doesn't have that, right? It's okay. But that's another point off of what he looks like, right? But there is no real sloppiness. I mean, you might have a little point there, something there, but it's not that big of a deal. He looks actually pretty good. But because he's not thicker, bigger, bulkier as Venom, would be, I mean, it's not horrible. I'm going to give him like a 4.2, and here's how I grade my figures right up here. It's not horrible, but I am going to mark down some for that. He should be a bigger figure. A lot of these, I would like to see some more of these matches here, but it's not bad. I mean, 4.2 is not bad on my scale of 1 to 5, right? Excuse me. Let's get into the articulation real quick. You look up that much, look down that much. He's very hampered. Now, you know my pet peeve on spider people. Spider people, which he is one of them, should be able to really articulate, right? So that's a minus on articulation. He can do a T-pose very well, so that's very nice. These things get out of the way. He does have a cut at the bicep, double jointed pinless elbows there. What else? This is a dice roll hand, which is very nice. He does have he can do some of this too at his head, so that's not bad, but can't look up. Now here's a huge issue right here. He can go that far back, that far forward. He has a cut at the abdomen, but that's it. And he can turn, can give you this range of motion. But this whole piece right here is a solid piece. No more crunch. All right, you get some of that, you get some of that, but no more crunch. And I'd like to have seen more as a spider person, right? What else do we have? No drop down hips. You do have a cut at the thigh. He can do almost a full split there. He kicks up that high, which is not bad. It's not bad at all. Double jointed pinless knees. Very good. That looks really great, actually. He does not have boot cut. No boot cut. And he's got highly limited. Well, I mean, it's not too bad, but it's still, I guess you could cut into this, a little and make it do more. But it's not super articulate. But because of this drop down, he can't really pivot his legs. You see that? So there's that. Let me show you the additional accoutrements that come with it, right? Let me give you some more of that. And then I'll have some final thoughts on this, for it to have been a better figure. So I've got one of his claw hands already over there. Here's the other one. It's not bad. Here's his fist hand. Gets 2 fist hands. Here's a trigger hand, because that's the one that belongs over there. But here's a trigger hand as well. It's good, solid. And his final fist hand there. There you go. And then, of course, you have his other head, which is his helmeted head, I guess, whatever. So it actually looks really good. Yeah, looks good. Okay. Now, what would I have done to make this a little bit better? Number one, I would have done an inverted crunch here. You got to have that. You got to have an inverted crunch there, right? We'll give it a final score at the end. And you definitely, wanted to give him, a real gun, right? Something that he could fit right into that holster, and it wouldn't look like a sci-fi idiotic, I don't know. Well, the whole thing's just made up, but it just looks better when you give him like a real gun, something that's not a potato spud shooter or whatever the heck that other thing was. And then, maybe something like this, right? Maybe like a good old, AR type weapon, right? Maybe that I would have been. So here's the 4 points that I think would have made him absolute must have, and Hasbro would have been selling these for a while, right? If they'd have given real weapons, inverted crunch there so that he can really crunch because he's a spider person, made that head bigger and give him a larger buck. I would have seen if I would have been able to customize the Venom book that came with the Walmart exclusive. That would have been amazing, right? Oh my gosh, if you could only do that, that would have been eye-watering awesome. I think that was a huge missed opportunity. I mean, if you could have customized it just a little bit more effort into it, that would have been amazing, guys. But as it is, we got this. Now, all together with the crappy weapons and all that they gave them, I had, these are Valaverse weapons. Actually, this one is a Arsenal of Pew Pew weapons, the 1911, I believe, and this is that's a Valaverse weapon. Altogether, I'd probably give him 4.2 for looks, and then maybe like, again, a solid, just a 4 for articulation. So altogether, on a scale of 1 to 5, here's how I rate my figures. I'd give him a 4. He's a solid figure. Could it have been better? Could it have? Yes, I just told you how. Right? It could have been a 5.1. But for this release, it's just a 4. Here's the thing. I still like it. There's still some good points about it. Lots of people are still after it. And I actually have my old version of Agent Venom and Anti-Venom rolling around here somewhere. But it's not a horrible figure. But you don't ever want to hear, somebody on your team say, well, it's not a horrible figure. You want to hear them say, man, these guys knocked it out the freaking ballpark. So here you see him standing with all these other guys. Do you guys want to do a size comparison? I know you guys are going to get upset if I don't. So here's good old, always stand by Deadpool. Here he is, standing next to Deadpool there. And who else could I have come over here and, here's a regular Black Series Stormtrooper that I just customized myself before they came out with the Night Troopers. So Stormtroopers are always short, man. Must be Luke Skywalker in this one. So anyways, there's that. Yeah. So now you get a size idea as to where they are, right? All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Hoping my throat gets back to normal. I just finished uploading my weekend news, and you're going to see this review probably on Tuesday. Stand by. We got some more reviews coming. We've got some more stuff coming. Life and everything else, work has to get done, but we'll get back into it. We'll get some more reviews going. Appreciate your guys' patience and coming along with me for the ride. All right. Special thanks to the members. Their generosity, input, guidance, and engagement allow me to bring you better content. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe if you're coming on here, liking my shenanigans, liking my silliness as I, go through all these figures, reviews, and hunts. Why not like? Why not subscribe? Helps the channel out, and I appreciate it. And as long as you guys keep watching, I'll keep rolling these shenanigans out.